Hey guys, Cam for 15, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we are back talking more Ruroni Kenshin anime remake episode reviews for you guys. Obviously we missed last week because my friend decided to make a business decision, and he went to go see his family in Mexico.
Yeah, I decided to make a business decision and pay, hang out with my family as a good man should.
Hey, sometimes that can be business decisions. You got to go see family. It's not that I'm.
Hey, what is the point of this again?
Maybe I'm a little bit salty. Left me high and dry. You're my Ruroni Kenshin go-to guy.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you must have missed out some key pointers to the last video you made, huh?
I guess I didn't, but I didn't review Ruroni Kenshin last week.
Oh, so we're doing two. Oh, so we're doing two episodes this time.
Let's go,
Okay.
episode 27 and 28. A nice back-to-back, actually, though.
Yeah, yeah. You were slacking, anyways.
They fit nicely. Anyways, episode 27, titled "The Abandoned Village." So, this episode was pretty damn dark, and we really see the influence that the main bad guy,
Makoto Shishio.
Makoto Shishio, has.
At least you got the name right.
I keep him and Saito's names, because they start with S's, confuse me. Anyways, we start the episode off with the fact that Misao is still following Kenshin, and she wants to know how does Kenshin know about Aoshi, and he's just not telling her shit.
Yeah.
She's kicking him, she's punching him. She's like, "Tell me!"
Yes, and yes, as they travel, Kenshin kind of senses something, and he wasn't sure if it was an enemy or not, but he runs on ahead, and he sees a dying man
Yes.
under a tree.
And this dying man is just he's a guy that's dead, but we find a little kid named Eiji, and he comes from this village that we find out at the end of the episode got ravaged by one of Shishio's men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you really feel bad for the kid, man. You really feel bad for the kid, because this guy, he protected his little brother, but he died in the process to get him out of there and keep him alive, and really damn disturbing. Now, I will say this: before we get to that, the chase between Kenshin and Misao was absolutely hilarious, because he legitimately jumps this like huge gap, and she's just like, "Come on, you know I can't make that jump," and he's like, "Well, that's too bad. Sorry." And she ends up jumping.
That wasn't exactly a funny moment, but yeah. How far back are we going? I don't remember what we reviewed or not.
Well, that's what is in the episode that I'm seeing. That was in episode 27.
Wow. I think I'm remembering wrong. I thought it was in the episode before that.
No. Also too, Kenshin, as he's telling Misawa this part, talking about the stuff that he's getting himself into is very dangerous, and the people that obviously he cares most about, he has to understand he can't have those around, and he remembers our girl Karu.
Yeah, he does make a mention. He's hardening his heart and trying to keep away. So, but
he should not be hardening his heart. He should be giving into his heart.
Yes, and that's when Miss South suddenly argued and started jumping over the bridge, jumping over the huge cliff.
Yep, and Kenshin catches her and saves her.
Mm-hmm.
So, cutting back, it leads to the kid. Oh, front back. We actually do cut over to see what our boys and our girls are doing. right? We
Hmm.
see that our boy Yahiko, he is a little seasick and
Yeah, they're
he
on the
doesn't
ship.
like going on boats. So he's like Natsu and Wendy.
Yeah, and yeah, he goes just looking at Kara like, "How are you not seasick?" And yes, Kara was like, "I am a little seasick, but I can't let that distract me from my main goal right now, and that's
And
to
that's
see
to get,
Kenshin."
yep, that's to get her boy back. Her
Yeah,
man.
I do hope they do their relationship justice in this remake. I do hope.
And then Sanosuke, he's just been training.
Yeah,
And
and getting lost.
yes, he is Zoro incarnate, literally
Hmm.
and figuratively. So, as I'm scanning through the episode, um, what is it? Let's see. The kid, AG. They find the dead body. And essentially they go to the village. AG shows them the village about what happened, right?
Hmm.
So one, the brother's dead, so they bury the brother. Sad story and everything. Now,
Well, yeah, they buried the brother, and then they start walking to the village.
yes,
Yes, and then as they get to the village, Kenshin starts walking in on ahead and telling them to stay there, and telling Misao to stay with AG.
yes,
And yes, he walks in slowly. It's just like the village is just in a dormant state after what Shishio did to it. All ruined buildings, uh just unease, and as soon as Kenshin gets close enough, he sees two dead bodies hanging, hanging, and yes, that's when you hear AG screaming with rage and agony.
yeah,
Like great, he says, "Mom, Dad!"
yeah,
Shishio's men did this.
yep. So then some of the men are some like the fodder grunts, I guess you can say, show up and basically they say this village is under Lord Shishio's reign, right? You're not
Hmm.
allowed to be here. Get the fuck out, right? But Pension sees this and he takes their asses all down.
Hmm.
He's kicks their asses, and it's like,
Yes, and hmm uh, AG is AG is like crying right now.
yeah, he's broken.
Yeah, and oh yeah, and as Misao is about to step in, so suddenly another man like pops up from behind, about to strike them both. But guess who comes in and saves them by killing that man?
Daito.
Yep.
Daito then asks Kenshin,
What the
"What
hell is
the
he
fuck are
doing here?
you doing here? You should be in freaking Kyoto, and you're in this Weasley whack ass village." That's what he's literally saying.
Hmm.
Which leads into the next episode, episode 28. Um, so he's basically like continuing like you need to be like you need to be going to Kyoto to go stop Shishio. But you're over here wasting your time in this village that has nothing to do with it. Kenshin's like, I was only helping out the best way I can, and then I'm gonna be up out of here, right?
Hmm.
Now, he's like, look, I'm gonna lower these bodies, we're gonna lay these bodies to rest, we're gonna do this. Now, the people of the village show up, and they just like, sorry, but you can't lower those bodies, because if you lower those bodies, Shishio's gonna bring his men back, and he's gonna kill us all by doing that. And Kenshin's just like,
Okay, Kenshin, Misao, AG, then they were just looking at it like, what the hell? They're one of your people and stuff. And yes, and they just went like yes, and they went against Shishio and got themselves killed.
yeah.
And yeah, so then that is to say that where the village is at right now. Everybody lost, their pride.
They're basically living in fear.
Yeah, yeah. That's what Shishio does. And despite what they said, Kenshin slashes the ropes and takes the bodies down to give them a proper burial.
Yeah.
Yes, and the villagers were all like, that man killed us. We're not-
That man killed us. So, yeah. Anyways, that's when Saito ends up telling Kenshin, like, see, this is what Shishio does. He uses his power for fear to envision fear into these people and uses power to do that. And this is just only the start. This little village, just imagine all of Japan like this. This is why you need to stop Shishio.
Mhm.
So, I'm like, honestly, if he needs to remove his kill barrier, no, kill this Shishio fucker, because they can't be having this unrest and all this shit going on. Because if this is just a village, good God, what is this man gonna do to a whole prefecture in Japan?
You'll see how he handles this situation. Anyways,
So that's the thing. Anyways, we cut over to a hot spring. I wish I was in hot spring right about now.
yes, and that's where we run into a burnt up man next to his voluptuous waifu.
Oh, no. You're the one that says voluptuous, not me.
I kid you not, man. They made her even hotter in this remake. They made her even hotter. Holy cow.
So you're claiming her? Is that what you're trying to tell her?
No, no. I'm just saying. Damn. That's all I'm saying.
I wish I could have claimed Karu. What will it take for me to get Karu?
I think you know.
And what is that?
I think you know. I'm not gonna name it out. Anyways, move on to the review, please.
Anyways, one of the attendants to Shishio ends up telling him, like, hey, just to let you know, we lost sight of Himura Batosai. And Shishio's just like, oh, okay. That's nice.
Mhm.
But it's the thing. Go find him again. Keep your eyes on him. And if you lose him again, your motherfucking ass is dead.
Mm.
That's what essentially he says.
Yeah, and then another Saurian walks in and then whispers to the boy, and he goes, "Oh," and then he goes to Shishio and says, "A man with a cross-shaped scar has appeared at the village that we've taken over." And it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so Batosai decided to show himself here, huh?" And before Kenshin and Saito decided to walk there, there was a little bit of a funny moment between Saito and Misao, which I'm happy they brought back in this remake. I was so worried they would not bring it back. Misao was like I forgot what she said to Saito, but Saito just looked at her like, "Who is this Torpimora?" And then he like starts imagining Megumi as a fox, and then Karu as a raccoon dog, and then Misao as a weasel, and then he goes, "She looks like a weasel," and then Misao's like, "That's it, I'll kill you."
This man, Kenshin's got a harem. He's got a harem.
and then Kenshin's like, "No, Miss Misao," and no, that's not what's happening between Kenshin and Misao. Hey,
I know, but if you want to be honest, you can add her to the harem.
I don't see that. Anyways,
yes, they're approaching the manor because that's what Saito says. He's like, actually, I got word that Shishio is actually in this mansion over here. So
Mhm.
they are walking to the mansion with a passion. I'm just like, oh shit. Now I'm watching the episode live. And I'm like, oh, we doing this thing right here, right now? Oh, yes, come on. I'm getting the popcorn already and everything. I'm about to be like, let's go, motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's kick this ass. Let's go. Let's kick this motherfucking ass. Sorry. God damn it! I blamed this man for getting me into this, and now I'm hyped about it. Damn it!
Honestly, I'm surprised you're as hyped. You're this hyped. I'm just surprised.
Over there, your little Denzel self is like, oh, he's so loving this. I love it.
I'm so happy. Anyway.
Okay, but before that, we get this horrifying scene a poor little Eiji just looking at his parents' grave. We find out his parents were killed by one of Shishio's men called Senkaku. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's right?
Yes, Senkaku.
This man, this little boy, he's just like thinking about Senkaku. The fact that he's at the mansion, he's just like, I will kill Senkaku! And I'm just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I fear for this little boy. Death flags instantly popped up when I saw this dude, this moment. I'm like,
Honestly, yes. It could definitely lead to his death if he follows through with what he's trying to do.
now, Kenshin and Saito appear. Little boy that is, I guess, his little attendant outside the girl is just like, oh, hello, how you doing, guys? And then like,
I can't wait for you to see his backstory. Well, his backstory is one of the more gruesome that I've seen.
okay, nice.
I can't wait.
Nice to know. He's like, look, you don't need to worry about me. I ain't here to fight. I'm just a guy today. I'll take you to Lord Shishio. So they get to where Lord Shishio's at. He's over here all wrapped up in his bandages. Hot ass girl right next to him. Smoking, just living the life, man.
She clearly has a type.
Kenshin coming in here,
Yeah.
all serious. He's like,
Hmm.
"You're Makoto Shishio, aren't you?"
And then she's like, talk about a rude appearance from my predecessor. And Ken's like, the feeling is mutual. And then Kenshin was like, why did you do this why did you do all this to the village? And then Mishisha responds, the hot springs. The hot springs does wonders to this burned up body of mine. So here, and yes, it's really nice. And then Kenshin was like, you destroyed a whole village just for that? And then that's when Shishio just laughs. I was joking. That's not the reason. God. So the rumors are true. You are too serious for your own good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is crazy. This dude is crazy. So he talks about how he appreciates the scars and the burns and the bandages he's got. He goes on to say,
he goes on to say,
hold on.
Honestly, I'm grateful to the world government for doing this to me, because they taught me I cannot trust anyone. And yeah, trust will only get you killed. And
It kind of sounds like something that Jiren said at the end of Tournament of Power. Trust leads to. I forgot what Jiren said. He's like, trust leads to something. Trust leads to something. He said, but yeah, he said trust leads to betrayal. He goes on to say that, and women will flock to a really good guy no matter what he looks like. And obviously, the girl's like, oh.
And that girl being Yumi right next to him.
I need a girl like Yumi. Actually, I probably don't. She's probably evil as fuck. Anyways, Saito goes on to talk about how it's pretty tiring to look for him because he's hopping all over Japan and stuff like that. So he's running from the cops and everything. Now, Shishio's like, you lived in such times of passion. How can you not understand how I feel? He goes on to talk, and it's getting back to like the crazy old era and everything. And Saito
was crazy.
Saito goes on to say, in 300 years since the Sengoku era, Satsumi Tosa Chosu, they fought and killed every day in this chaotic era. Hoisting flags of their own right. If you happen to be born in such an era, you're not a man unless you aim to seize world supremacy. So basically, Shishio trying to bring back this era of chaos and destruction and bloodshed and all this war happening. And he basically like, you ain't really a real man unless you want world domination. So basically, he just wants to take over everything. At the same time, everything, while he gets to live the luxurious life, everything else is crazy. And he benefits off those people and everything, right? So that he talks about like that's what's, and then he goes on to say like you see, and then this peaceful time came, and that's thanks to the Meiji government. And actually, I'm not really down with all that shit. He goes on to say they can't even send troops to kill a half dead guy because they're worried about their eyes of the West. He goes on to mention that they're a weak ass government.
He's talking shit. He's really
He goes,
talking shit.
yeah, he says he can't leave guys in rule, so he goes to say, if the disturbance is over, then I'm gonna start another effing one. This time he's gonna talk about he taking control and he'll make the country stronger. So basically, he feels like in his eyes, if he gets all of Japan to have all this chaos and this destruction and this war, it's only gonna make the country Japan stronger. Now, I don't know why that clearly you would think war and bloodshed and killing makes countries stronger, but hey, that's not my thinking. I think you're just trying to benefit off that. So, yeah, and he quote unquote says, that is the right I will bring to Japan. However, those that shed, well, that's what Kenshin was saying. But the fact that he thinks this is his right to do this, Shishio is just a fucked up individual.
Well, honestly, the government did kind of start it. The government did kind of start it by stabbing him in the back and doing that to him.
So, yeah. Now, Kenshin rebubbles to this saying, like, you want this landscaping. You want this whole thing, this controlling air of yours. But see, the problem is with that is you're going to get innocent people killed, and innocent people are going to shed blood when they have nothing to do with all these issues. So I'm not going to let you come up here and create this whole era and shit like this that you want. If there's going to be innocent people, they're going to be losing their lives and all this stupid crap that you're doing. And all they're doing is living peacefully. So that's when it starts the fight, but you have it to where Shishio calls over
Senkaku.
And
big man.
Yes, big man. Pointy head. Reminds me of the guy, that old grandpa from One Piece with the spiky.
I don't remember if he actually had a helmet on his head, but
yeah, he has a helmet.
Yeah, he has a helmet here. I guess he had a helmet. I don't remember.
Now, this guy is talking a big game because he's like, I've killed like 99 men and I'm going for my 100th. One.
Yes, yeah.
Second, well, usually when they announce that in anime, you already know what fucking happens next because they usually get their asses whooped.
Yeah.
There's another anime that I watched that they said, oh, I defeated 99 people, and then there was the main character defeated him like for the 100th time. I think it was Luffy or something in One Piece at some point. But Kenshin is taking him down. He's going super speed mode, fast mode, and dodging all over the place. But Senkaku is also countering, and he can do the exact same thing. And he's catching up with him pretty fast.
He claims to be as fast as the Batosai.
Yes. Now, the one thing that is quite interesting is the little boy thinks like, oh, you know, maybe this dude Senkaku is actually going to beat him. But then that's when Shishio, or not Shishio, Saito is telling him like, yeah, you're quite wrong. Now look, your master is watching every single move Kenshin's doing, and you see him like,
yeah, right. He is not pleased because he's trying to get at least a glimpse of what Kenshin is capable of. Trying to get Kenshin to attack. But
yeah, right now Kenshin's just playing strictly defense, and he's just dodging, and that's what Saito makes mention. He's like, yeah, Kenshin's just not even attacking because there's no need to attack because he knows that Shishio is watching him, and even Kenshin knows that he's watching him. And also he's waiting for the right time to attack to see. And the reason why Shishio is just watching is to see what is his attack strategy and how does he attack. So whenever he ends up fighting him, he knows how to potentially counter him.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, this fight does not go in the way of Senkaku to the point like he legitimately like fucking breaks and twists his own goddamn.
This is revealed. He was moving around the same speed as Kenshin was, but obviously Kenshin was holding back, obviously. And yes, Senkaku was trying to do the same thing, but because of his whole body, he puts much more tension on his legs, a lot more tension on his legs, and that leads to him like eventually like tiring his muscles out.
Yeah, and hurting himself. Shishio is
Okay,
basically
yes.
kind of
He,
disappointed in
as he said, broke
Senkaku.
his leg.
Yeah. Is
Shishio.
disappointed. I legitimately thought I'm like, oh, Shishio's gonna have his Vegeta Nappa moment where he's just gonna kill him right then and there and just be done with him because he's
Yeah. Yeah, that's when Shishio was like, Senkaku, I never really expected any victory from you to begin with. But if you don't make Watose pull off at least one move from his arsenal, I'll kill you myself.
yeah. Well, he made him
And
do it.
yeah, Kenshin heard it. Kenshin heard that and he
He charges at
responded.
him. Kenyon just gets under him, knocks the fuck out of him.
Yeah, Hiton Mitsurugi style Ryo Sosen.
Yep. He's down for the count. His helmet's broken. You see his pointy ass head.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the pointy is there. And yes, that's when Kenshin readies himself and points his sword towards Shishio and goes, pick up your sword, Shishio. We're settling this for here and now.
And that's where the episode ends off. So next week in episode 29, it looks like we'll be getting Kenshin versus Shishio. And knowing me and knowing my anime logic, this is considered shonen, correct?
Shonen what?
Kenshin is shonen, correct?
Yeah, it's a shonen, which is why he was in Jump Force.
So my best guess is this: he's gonna clearly lose the first matchup and barely get out of there alive. And I feel like the reason is obviously we know Shishio's gonna have that instinct to kill, but we know Kenshin, he ain't that anymore.
Yes.
And I feel like, and I'm just giving my prediction, I feel like that's where Shishio's gonna get the upper hand on him because I feel like there's gonna be a part in the fight. Kenshin has a moment to take him down and finish him off for good. And Shishio's probably gonna egg him on to do it. And he's gonna be like, do it! Kill me! Kill me, Batosai! But then he won't do it because Kenshin will be like, that's not me anymore. But
Well,
we'll see. I'll see.
okay.
I'll see.
Okay.
I'm very.
Let me ask you this: if Kenshin does like retrieve his urges to kill once more, do you think he'll be able to face Kaoru ever again?
That's a good question. I think internally she won't care. She'll be sad that he had to do it. But as long as she would probably get the understanding of why he did it, I think she would just comfort him and make sure that she's there for him. But I could see it to where he would not want to face her again because he feels like he did this thing. And he feels like, obviously, we've seen in many animes where we see characters, even though they don't like to kill, they have this trauma where they just see blood on their hands. And it's like, I got this blood on my hands and I'm not worthy of being around you because I do have this blood on my hands. But I don't think personally Kaoru will care because at this point we already know Kaoru is in love with him. So I don't think she could care less if the only thing she cares is him not going back to his dark, killing, brutal self 24/7. She wants to see the good Kenshin, but I don't think she'll mind if he's like, well, you had to do what you had to do if it's to protect the peace. But I just want you to be yourself again.
I get what you're saying, but after like, from my knowledge, from what I saw, it's a little more complicated for Kenshin, way more complicated. Because I've seen the backstory. You won't be ready if they ever animated it. I don't know if they'll animate it. I hope they animate it, but I don't think they will.
Well, I treat this like Dragon Quest Adventure of Die. If we got a full adaptation of that, we're getting a full adaptation of this.
Yeah, because
this is quick turnaround. Last season ended like about a year ago, and they already confirmed this season was coming out immediately. So
yes,
I think they're going to continue on. There's clearly love and passion for the show because they put a lot of effort and time into the show. Whoever the animators are on this show.
for some of the parts, yeah, but yeah.
So we'll see. And plus, they give it English dub. Why would they? Come on.
The old one has English dub also, but it didn't have a proper ending.
I know, but we'll see. But I'm looking very much excited to see this next part. See the battle between Kenshin and Shishio. And yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of here because so far we've recorded everything that we need to record except Fairy Tail and The Dawn. I gotta catch up with those shows and stuff like that. And then plus the Bears game's about to come on and I'm gonna be screaming at my goddamn TV for the next 3 hours, damn it.
Whatever makes you happy, my friend. Whatever makes you happy.
Anyways, Till then, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Catch you guys next video. See you guys later, and have a great rest of your day or night. Or which other video. Till then, guys, peace.
Peace.